Yeah, Ma, we don't have that here, but I did go get water because I do need to hydrate, but we don't have that. Oh, look. So, Ella, I think that the little hot pink sparkles next to your name mean you're a sub. Yeah, no, Ba, that doesn't exist here. But I did it anyways. And I don't know if there are bots yet that that do the things like they do on Twitch, like, you know, automatically posting chat, etc. Yeah, it does. It means you're sub. Thank you so much. The sub split over here is 85-15 for everyone. I guess gifted subs are now here. You know, some of you are very generous on Twitch, and I am not trying to say that to like suggest that anyone should do it. I am just remarking that they have. Yeah, they can hear us. What do you mean? Are they here? This is chat right here. You are a 13-year-old boy in 2023. You should know about this better than me.
Tell me, if the world is ending, you have one song left to play, what would it be?
Yeah, he asked me this just now. Here's the kitchen. That's actually a very good question. And I jokingly said, what's the longest song in the world? Hi, Puffles. Guys, you know what today is? Show of hands, who knows what today is? It's Puffles' birthday! Happy birthday, Puffles! Happy birthday! Can I sing to you, or is that embarrassing? Nobody asked you. Okay? Nobody asked you if that was embarrassing or not. Wow. Looks like lag is definitely a thing still. It took that long. I love you. Yes, I know. I know what you want. Is your room and the living room picked up? You're feeling a lot better, right? I'm feeling okay. This is nowhere near as severe. When we had it a year ago this past spring, I was down for the count. And this time, thankfully, it's been kind of just like, you know, really honestly, even a mild cold. I've been kind of tired, throat's a little sore, stuffy nose, but I've had worse colds than that. But that doesn't mean, you know, the problem is that's not the case for everybody. And for each variant, everyone has different stuff. I mean, Finn grew up, none of the rest of us have grown up. My husband and Ramona haven't even caused like, and they've been just as exposed as I have. So I mean, it's just the most bizarre thing. I wish this virus would just go away. Yes to both. All right. Ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. My cat is yelling at me and she's going to get out of my chair. She's yelling at me. My cat doesn't want me to sing. Dear Puffles, happy birthday to you. Can you hear her? like, shut up. She's right behind me. She's like meowing at me like, ugh, stop. Happy birthday. I'm excited for your stream later. Which is happening at what time? 4 EST, 4 o'clock EST. Is that? I can't remember. I feel like it's 1 o'clock my time. I'm terrible. If I wrote it down, I would not have to ask again. Here, let's put on some background music. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me over here. I really appreciate that. I know you could spend your time anywhere. Let me know how volume is too. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Tell her I said meow. Wait, what? Tell who you said. Oh, the kitty. I just realized her open. Yep. No, that was the mute button. That's going to be better. 4 p.m. Right, but you're... What time zone are you in? Time zones. Stinking time zones. Oh, I forgot to... go and grab more of this yarn that I'm making these stars out of. Have you tried this version of the Parfait Chunky yet? Eastern. Okay, yeah, it is 1 o'clock my time. Okay, well then I guess I did remember. Have you tried this version of the Parfait Chunky yet? Cat! Henry, no, Henry, no, Henry, stop! Gently. Yeah, I know, but you ran right up to her and you were yelling, and she doesn't like that kind of stuff. You know that. Yeah, cluck and time zones, how do they work? Yes. Okay, great. So, I have to help this child. He wants to play Team Fortress 2. I need to go check on his progress with the chores I just gave him because I'm sure he's completely picked up the living room and his room, right? Are you okay? Well, you also put your toe right by a chair that rolls.
And you rolled it.
Yes.
You sat down
I
and
didn't
rolled it.
know your toe was there. How would I know that your toe was there? I love you, buddy. He's feeling way better. Based on how he feels, if I didn't know that he had a positive COVID test, I would have sent him to school today. But we're doing the right thing. We're keeping them home. He's not symptomatic even anymore, I don't think. Do you feel yucky at all? Yeah, but, you know, we don't want to get anybody else sick. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. She is so happy back there behind my butt. I don't know. I mean, you know, butts are magical. I was thinking about making a star with this. Or just making something with it. Yeah, I don't know why I got a medium this time instead of a small. Although it's not like that's, it's not too, I'm not swimming in it or anything. A small is more form-fitting, and I kind of prefer my t-shirts a tiny bit more form-fitting unless I'm sleeping in them. Just fart a few times, she might think otherwise. Puffles, she's kind of a weirdo. I mean, you know what they say about pets and their owners. And I am also kind of a weirdo. I think fart noises are hilarious. Depending on the person doing the farting and what they've consumed beforehand, sometimes the smell is not so hilarious. Especially my youngest child. Strawberry ice cream? Question mark. She might bite you. Boy Kitty was going nuts and like attacking my leg in the kitchen earlier. I was like, dude, what's wrong with you? Did you like catch a rabid animal outside or something? I'm gonna have to take you to the vet. Weirdo. He like wanted to play and I was like, yeah, except you're like violent. When he's chilling, he's such a sweetheart. But he is just a murderer. See it. He's a sweet boy though. He is my he's my handsome but definitely murderous predator. He can't help it. And he'll sit there and meow and meow and meow to be let outside. Let me at him, Mom. So we have rewards, some of them, programmed into the Tiltify for Starlight. And, been in touch with somebody who I think is going to be a real boon to our team. Who is in the process of getting their stuff set up, and I don't like announcing things for people, so we will wait until they've made it public that they are joining us. But suffice it to say, it's someone who has done a really great job with some charity stuff already, so thank you for the lurk and for walking your doggo, Ella. Have a nice walk. Oh, it's actually, I have the brightness turned down, Puffles. I have the brightness turned down on that one. It's more of a dark, like a pink. It looks reddish on this camera because I've adjusted it because this yarn, it was hard to see it. Where Logitech cameras struggle with purples, Sony's sometimes have trouble rendering reds without blasting them. I've noticed. And someone else told me that too. I can't remember who. They were like, yeah, watch out for reds. Sony cameras don't always do the best job with reds. They kind of blow them out real easily. So like anything that's like dark pink is going to kind of look more red. And wait a second. Oh, that's because this is the last one. I was like, wait. That does not seem right. Something is not right. Oh, well, that's the reason why, you goofball, because you haven't done the rest of this part. 2, 3. How was everybody's weekend? I honestly am already feeling a lot better. I think, thankfully, this variant or whatever is just not as intense for us. And I am totally okay with that. Obviously, I wish that we hadn't got it at all, but... Now, wait a second. Did I... So I'm only offering 5 of these. In the campaign for Starlight, they will unlock at 7 a.m. Pacific. It's a $100 donation. You will receive one of these stars. As well as a personalized thank you note. And some other goodies mailed in a package to you. Yes, international is okay. But again, limited quantity. Plus, we will be using the auction feature. And I will have... So, Ian is volunteering 3 articulated 3D printed dragons. And what I've decided to do with this generous contribution is spread that out across the campaign in this fashion. We will put one up for auction. Ian says the fair market value of this piece, because it'll be unpainted, is $25. So we'll put one up as a $25 fair market value auction item, so people can bid on it. We will also do one that someone can buy it now for a $50 donation. So that will be the only one available for that $50 donation. And then we will do another one that we'll do as a giveaway at a milestone for anybody to be able to enter to win, regardless of contributions to the campaign, just as a thank you for being in the channel while we fundraise. You spent the weekend recovering from the Seattle trip / allergies / throat irritation from a massive coughing fit earlier in the week. Oh no. I'm sorry. And I know the reason for your trip wasn't all that fabulous either. Were you able to get any kind of sightseeing or anything done, or it is a heavy reason to be taking a trip, so maybe that wasn't the best time to be Seattle sightseeing. Hi, Mirror. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming on over here. Is everybody following each other here who maybe plans to stream? Please type S, capital S, just like we do this sometimes. We do this sometimes on Twitch, where we'll have everybody who's a streamer type an S, a capital S. If you stream, and even if you haven't streamed here yet and you're undecided, that way people can follow you. And if you did go live on a whim, you know, it would be... Because I know Mirror Mask streams, Ella streams, Puffles streams, Zunder definitely streams and streams over here. I don't have like a shout out command because I don't know if bots... What's the word on that, Zunder? Do you know if anyone has configured any bots to work with LiveSpace yet? Have they made that a thing that you can do? It might not be possible yet. You just cleared out 9,000 emails and just happened to see my notification. I also manually posted to the announcements channel in the Discord. So if you're in Discord and you have not yet, you would want to select the Noticery Chickens role. So that's probably how some of you found out that I was live today. Because that's the role that we use to ping people who want announcements about me being live somewhere. So it's totally optional. I don't want to be using @everyone pings. I know you mentioned that, and I know that's super disappointing. Again, you know, already an emotional and a difficult reason to be traveling, you know. You're trying to grieve and all that, and then you're having, you know, and then there's people, yeah, like I think, you know, if I understand correctly, maybe you were attempting to film it slash stream it so that that's a Twitch follow. I mean, I would say thank you, except I doubt they're over here. I don't know. You never know. Speed Patat, are you here? Oh, awesome. That's so cool. Because I already have a Stream Elements, and that's what we use for, like, the big brand name bots or whatever you want to call them. Over on Twitch. I would say streamer bot, mix it up. And I know you have a bot. Are you going to be working on stuff for LiveSpace with your bot, or? Yeah, it's bad. Mirror, no shame from me. Trust me, my situation with Discord notifications is completely messed up. Aren't they cute? It's a free pattern, Mirror. Do you want it? Let me put it in the chat for you. It's a really cute pattern too, and easy. And a lot of the star patterns I've found before, they want you to make separate, like to go back and forth, cut the yarn, and then do it again. I hate that. I hate attaching new yarn. And this one has you just crochet down the side, which is, like, to me is so much less of a pain. So you do 2 separate pieces and then crochet them together. Ami Amor. I really wish that there was, and I haven't found it in this page. I'll have to take a peek. I don't know if this person sells paid versions of their patterns, but I would gladly support them and purchase the pattern. Shop. Crochet patterns. Ravelry patterns. Star Amigurumi. Yeah. It doesn't look like there is a paid version available of this. Here's the Ravelry page for it if you prefer to go through there for some reason. Eventually. We're still at the beginning stages of building our next major version that will have multi-platform support, but it's still a ways off. You'll have to post your last 2 projects. Oh, by the way, Zendy, do you know if they're going to have closed captioning? Are there people doing integrated closed captions yet, or is that something where I would have to just put it on the screen myself? Here I am asking you all these questions like you work for them or something. One thing that's really cool about this platform, y'all, is that you have the ability to make posts similar to Patreon. They really want to try to make this like a one-stop for you for content creation and other things. So I think that one reason why LiveSpace might end up having advantages over other platforms for particularly people who craft and sell their own items is, for example, you would be able to create a subscriber-only post that would contain a discount link for your shop. And that way only people who are subscribed would see that message, and then it could be easily removed once the sale, you know, the intended sale period is over or whatever. You know, there's all kinds of ways that I think that this platform could be helpful for people who create art and make a living doing so. CC is also on the list, yeah. I mean, there are ways you can do it yourself and have it permanently burned in, but I think what a lot of us like is to give control to the end user over the appearance of the captions, the placement, and even, you know, whether or not they appear on the screen at all. I prefer to let people pick their font and size and color and transparency and whether or not it has a drop shadow and all that good stuff. Background, all of it. Because some people not only need the captions to be able to understand what's being said, but they also need, you know, captions they can read. Like open dyslexic font, high contrast, etc. But that's cool. Here's hoping they get that worked out. So once again, we've had some people very generously decide to make donations to our campaign for Starlight, despite the fact that we're not officially pushing yet, which is very kind. I really love working with them. If you are not necessarily as familiar with what they do, they bring video games, VR technology. See, this is why I should be using this stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's okay. 5, 6. They bring video games, VR technology, art supplies, books, little red wagons, cool hospital gowns. They bring all this fun stuff to hospitalized children to try to deliver a little bit of happiness to them while they're stuck in the hospital. So I really love working with them. I was hospitalized for the accident. It wasn't actually the amputation that put me in the hospital for a couple of weeks. It was a life-threatening bacterial infection that I developed at the surgery site afterwards, and I had to go back to the hospital, and I was on IV antibiotics and had to be held for observation for a couple of weeks. It was just lonely, and I was bored, and I was a very chatty, very social, and very creative child, so I was bugging the nurses and doctors at their station all the time, looking for conversation, and needed stuff to do. Now, I had a cast on this hand because I also had a hairline fracture from my wrist to my elbow. See, Aries got me right there. But I had a nurse who was still kind enough to teach me how to make tissue paper flowers. I'll never forget that. So they help those nurses and doctors, they help the hospital staff to be able to do more for those kids. So another thing they help with that I think is really cool is like renovating existing areas. So say there's like a teen lounge or something at a children's hospital. You know, they provide funding sometimes for stuff like that as well. And it's super important, you know, keeping those facilities up to date, keeping them functioning, and, you know, again, providing the resource of a place for them to get away from the fact that they're in the hospital. Hi, Flava. I love you. Thank you for coming over here. Not only the best community on the internet, but the best community on Twitch. I should not have cut my yarn just now. That was silly of me. Oh, well. You know what I could do? 1, 2, 3. I need to make 5 of these minimum anyhow. So I'll just start another piece, and I won't cut the yarn on that one. And then I'll do the same again. Right, chat? I'll remember not to cut the yarn this time. Right? So one thing that will still happen here is if you guys subscribe to the YouTube, I'll still get a notification. If things happen on Twitch, we'll still get our notifications. I don't know if they're ever planning on doing anything like hype trains, but I guess gifted subs are a thing here now. Flava, how are you guys doing? Has the situation that you described last time you were in Twitch chat improved at all? I really wish that we hadn't just had to make, like, some very serious, like, household bill payments. Do you guys have a Prime sub? You need to go use it on Flava. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think one thing that, you know, could be cool is, like, instead of a hype train, again, maybe having some things that you can unlock as a community at certain levels of support, like by the month or what have you. You know, like goal type stuff. Has anybody seen an ad yet? Are they officially running ads yet, Zundi? And I know they have like a premium subscription you can make to the site as a viewer. I believe it's going to turn off all ads for you, as well as maybe some other stuff. But I'm not 100% on that. Like, I think it's called LiveSpace Plus. Flava, put your PayPal or a tip link or something like that in the chat, please. We had to pay quarterly taxes. I mean, I'm just, the adulting, it's nonstop, right? So I understand about feeling like, oh, great, whatever money I just got from a check or a payout or whatever, it's like literally all spoken for. But I'm thankful that my last payout was, you know, enough to cover it, and I didn't have to, like, dip into our savings again. So for them to be putting out features at the pace, the thing to keep in mind is that LiveSpace has a very small team right now, especially technical folks. Oh, sure. No, I'm not impatient for these things. Just curious. And I'm not saying that you thought I was. But yes, it's good to point that out and for all of us to be patient as they roll out new features, for sure. It was kind of them to shout me out on International Crochet Day. And I felt badly that I wasn't able to be live at all that day, because I totally would have come over here and done a stream in honor of it. It just, we had prior obligations. That was my very first day of drama club at the school. I can't really, you know what I mean? Can't be like, oh, sorry guys, can't do drama club today. I have to be live on the interwebs. I don't tell my students about my channels. I think a couple of them know because a parent knew, which is fine. I just told them, I was like, look, yes, I do create content. If you guys identify yourselves in any of my channels, you'll get banned, because it's for your safety and mine. Just, you know, be smart. If you want to be able to hang out, don't say anything. There's Flava's, and Flava knows I'll bully until she does it, but there's Flava's PayPal, and if any of you are able to help out, they have a check coming this week. But just they've had some stuff going on with missing work due to illness and not having any sick pay to take advantage of. And I know that Flava would never ask if it wasn't, you know, kind of a real tough situation. And you're awesome and we love you, and you are an important member of our community, and I don't want you feeling any guilt whatsoever. Even if you guys only have a few bucks, I know Flava would appreciate it. Sometimes Flava streams, so just look at it this way. If you decide to like throw a little PayPal love at Flava, it's like, you know, gonna be a lot more effective than a subscription or bits on Twitch, because we have to wait to see that money, first of all, and I know you haven't been able to be very active. So I don't know where your threshold is as far as payout and all that stuff. And I don't want you to feel like you have to go live just to make that happen, you know? LiveSpace Plus will be ad-free, viewing up to 4K, and a few other things they're still working out. Then they're still fleshing out what exactly will be in the higher tier LiveSpace Pro sub for creators. Right, okay, cool. That's another thing. If you, do you have your payout set to daily on Etsy? Please tell me you do. And post your Etsy link too, because I know Flava's like all about this being something where you get something in return. It's not that nobody, you know, most of us don't expect like, oh, please just hand over your money. Some people really want to do that. They just want to support. They don't want anything in return. That's lovely. But Flava has such cute stuff. If you will put your Etsy, and then I'll stop. I love you. Put your Etsy link too. Please tell me you have that set up with daily payouts. Because then you get your money as it comes, and not like... For some people, it's great for it to come every 2 weeks or every month. It's additional income, and then it's a nice surprise at the end of the month or something like that, you know? They'd rather wait. That's fine. Okay, good. I was going to say, don't neglect to adjust that if you haven't already. Because that way, if somebody bought something from you, you would see the money a lot quicker. Usually, once they've bought it, you get the payout within, like, a business day or two. And your stuff is so cute. Clueless crafting. I love you. I love you. Seriously, you guys, there's some really cool stuff over here, and it's not... I want to scream at you right now. I'm not going to do it, about how you are underpricing your work. But it's fine. Okay? I won't. I'm not going to holler at you. I'm very tempted. Okay, but, like... Dude, this is worth so much more than $20. I'm sorry. I am going to give you a hard time right now. How long did this take you to make? I know you're fast. I know you're super fast, okay? But this is worth so much more than $20. Awesome photography, too. I'm really glad that you gave yourself the present of being able to take good photos of your awesome work. It's so beautiful. Oh, wait. I didn't mean to go there. There's nothing incriminating. Totally haven't been browsing a million patterns. I do sometimes still buy stuff from people on Etsy. I just check first to see if they have another outlet where I can give them more of my money. But for now, you're just selling things on Etsy, right? I understand that. There's a weird... Let me explain something to you. Psychology-wise, Flava, there is a weird thing where, like, people go, it's inexpensive, and therefore it must not be very good quality. And if you increase your prices, you will sell more of it because people go, ooh, it costs money. They must be good at this. I'm telling you. Okay? That's all. I'm like, how do I get back to your main page? Magikarp pouch, fruit basket whale, whale key lime grape, lemon, green apple, blueberry. You could get a whole little army of fruit basket whales. So stinking cute. Sparkle rainbow earrings, peekaboo, rose, succulent pal, rainbow unicorn lovey. Like, just awesome. Awesome work. So pretty and really well made. And Voodoo Daddy, this one's awesome. Look at this. So cool. The photos look really good too. I know I said that already, but okay. I love you. I just want you to thrive. Your family means a lot to me, okay? Check your PayPal balance. It's not a lot, but I love you and you do so much for us. And increase your prices on Etsy. Dude, it's not cool. Nobody should be struggling and worrying about where their next meal is coming from when they have... And even if you can't work, right? Like, that shouldn't be a thing. But you have someone in your house working and they were sick. And that's why the check is short and you can't purchase food. It's wrong. Everyone should be protected in the event of illness from a situation like that. It's just criminal. The fact that we don't have stuff set up in every single state in the country to keep people from being in a situation like that makes me absolutely furious. It's insane. And then you put people in the extremely uncomfortable situation of having to ask their friends, family, neighbors, etc., their contacts, hey, can you help me please? We don't have enough money to buy groceries. And many people will say, absolutely, what do you need? And there are food banks and there's places where you can get, but like sometimes the food banks have waiting lists. They have requirements. They're only on certain days. They're in a location that's really far away. Like people assume, oh, well, just go, apply for food stamps. Just go to a food bank. Yes, those things are important resources and they do exist and people should take advantage of them when they need them. But they're not always convenient, especially if you have mobility issues. I mean, the list goes on. And you know, the really horrible irony is that we helped countries after World War II write constitutions that guaranteed a basic level of education and healthcare as a constitutional right of the people living in those countries. Our government helped other governments write constitutions that provide for their citizenry just basic needs. They have to be met. And for whatever reason, it was never implemented here. Probably people digging their heels in and saying, we don't want that. And yet we are part of the driving force, or our past government officials and politicians were part of the driving force to do that for other countries. And we still don't have it here. Decades, almost a century later, we have zero guarantee of healthcare, zero guarantee of a quality public education. It's there, but it's only available if you live in nice neighborhoods. It's disgusting. It's a long and humiliating process. It's sickening, and it should be easier. Especially with the internet, they should be able to just check. That's the other thing. People will be like, oh, well, you know, you should be covered. No. I had WIC, and we've been on, it's called Oregon Trail. Don't get me started. It's called Oregon Trail, which is, SNAP. And when I had WIC vouchers, they were awful and very humiliating. You get in line, you have to separate all the groceries that you're using WIC vouchers for. WIC is women, infant, and children. So if you're pregnant, lactating, and then your babies until they're a certain age are covered by that. And so they provide nutrition, supplemental nutrition assistance for pregnant women, and then after the baby comes. So if you choose to breastfeed, they'll help you with a pump, which is awesome. I got a brand new pump from WIC. They have great services, but again, getting them, you have to prove, you know, and also just the income levels for a lot of it, it's just outrageous. Hey, Spence, thank you for coming over here to LiveSpace. I appreciate you. Puffles, by the way, are you planning on doing a longer stream today? I'm just curious. Not asking for any particular reason. How long are you planning on going for? And it's okay if the answer is I don't know. I'm just wondering if you had a plan. It's Puffle's birthday today, everybody. Here they work this. Yes, right. Now that's changed, Flava. But back when I first used it after Henry was born, I still had the paper checks. And you would have to have everything separated out, and they would have to ring all of it up separately. And the restrictions on what you could buy didn't bother me at all. I did think it was kind of silly that you could buy sweet potatoes, but not regular white potatoes. I don't mind brown rice. I actually kind of like it. I'm one of those weirdos. I grew up with like very hippie. My mom barely uses salt in her cooking, and she's very like salt conscious and lots of whole grain. So like none of that bothers me at all. But it just gets complicated with like picking out items that are actually approved. And many grocery stores now have like labeling on the shelves that makes it easier. And I think they probably like were required to do that. So that you know what items are available for SNAP and WIC. But like I'm living proof. My family is living proof that these programs are not something that people get on and then never get off of them. So many of us, it's like, the idea is, and first of all, some people can't get off them. They need the assistance because they cannot hold down a regular job. And that doesn't mean that their like life is less valid. But even for those that qualify for it, who are, in general, like have, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like mobility, and like they don't have an issue taking a job or whatever. They want to work and they're willing to work. It doesn't mean getting on a program like that for assistance does not automatically equal, that's right, I'm just going to do whatever I can to stay on this program. And, honestly, the programs are so obnoxious to put up with all the requirements and the filling out of paperwork and, visits with a caseworker and all that other stuff. I can't imagine, wanting to stay on it for that reason. Just not having to deal with it and feeling good about being able to provide for yourself and your family it's a source of pride for a lot of people. So it's hard for them to ask for help. And then imagine feeling like, okay, fine, I give in, I'll ask for help, and being told no. And that happened to us once. And my husband was so upset. And I was like, I know. He's like, I really didn't even want to do this in the first place. And now they're telling us no. I was like, I understand. Flava. Again, Flava has a really awesome Etsy, and I know that it would make her just as happy to be packing up an order to send it out to you as anything else. So if you guys have the time to take a peek at what she's got listed there and grab something out of her Etsy shop, not only does it help her financially, but when you make a purchase from somebody on a site like that, it pokes their algorithm to say, oh, this person is making sales. Let's help them make more sales, which is, it is what it is. That's how businesses work. Yeah, that's outrageous, Puffles. Again, if somebody truly needs help, if they can prove, through the requirements made by the government, which again, like Danielle commented, are sometimes just outrageous. But fine. So some bad apples are out there, and you want people to give you enough solid proof that they qualify. And once they've done that, like, who is anyone to judge? Yeah, poke my algorithm. I haven't decided fully if we're spicy over here. I think it's probably for the best to keep it consistent. Trust me. There are days where I'm like, man, I really wish I could use some very strong 4-letter words. It's okay. That wasn't too spicy. Flava, you're good. I love you. What I'm doing right now is kind of spicy, though. Hey, ooh woo? My ooh woos always sound like somebody who's like twice my age. Maybe only a time and a half. A time and 2/3. I know you are. Zundi, you perk up when I start talking about 4-letter words. Classic Zunder. Did you decide, are you going to TwitchCon, bud? Are you going? Do I get to give you a hug? I know you were on the fence. even if you can't make a purchase from Fleva's shop, one thing that helps also is following their Etsy. And this just goes for everything. And liking some listings, picking out a few listings you think are very cool. There's a mermaid pouch in there that's beautiful. I've already favorited a few things, but I just favorited a few more that you've put in recently. I love that eyeball flower. That's amazing. So a lot of this would be perfect spoopy decor for the coming month and change. Needs the succulent friend. Very cool. It comes out and goes back into that little pot. I love it. I need more polyfill. I'll be right back. And just for you, Ba. And any of you other hydration fiends. Oh, God. Oh, Mira, I don't know if you're still here to hear me say goodbye, but thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out. I'm so happy that you stopped by. So it's always lovely to see any of you, no matter where it is that we congregate. I turned the smoker on and did some chicken drumsticks for dinner last night. But I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I thought that I had successfully adjusted the temperature on the smoker, and regrettably, I had not. So, because I found a tiny bit, we forgot to clean out the water pan. And if you do that, sometimes you get a little tiny bit of mold in there. So I was like, well, I need to clean everything, all the racks in there, and then turn it up as high as it'll go for a little while to try and burn off any leftover stuff on the inside of it. Yes. I thought we would hang out here for... We've been live for about an hour. Why is that? Why do you ask? I want these to be kind of squishy. I don't want them to be too firm. Are you taking off? Oh, Ba had to go. These would be so cute just like this. And you could totally make them with worsted acrylic. I haven't yet done that. I was thinking about making one today. Maybe we do that now. And actually, I like that bright yellow. Watch out. Where's my little kitty. There you are. I know you don't like being held. He absolutely hates being held. You have an order. Let's hecking go. Yes. Hell yeah. Yes. Oh! I love you. You're good. I love you. Go box up your order. I love you. Mwah, mwah. Yay! I have that color. And this color. So much. I need to get one of those desk vacuums. It's your profile picture, Danielle. So you would just go into like your account settings and upload a profile picture. So it shows my like profile picture icon. If you go to your page, like live.space / whatever your name is, and you click on the profile picture, it will take you. How do you get to someone's live from this page? It doesn't automatically show the feed of the live. It just shows. Oh, is this because I'm on my own page? I bet if I looked at this in incognito, it wouldn't look like that. New incognito window. Ah! Ooh, can you not watch someone unless you're signed in? Oh, wow. Dashboard. Hi, Jasper. We were just trying to figure something out as far as, like, I can see what the stream looks like on like the dashboard page for creators, but I was trying to figure out if I could preview what it looks like to people watching. And one thing I was thinking about was, I know they've made gifting subs a thing here, and so I was like, well, maybe I want to try it out. How'd you find us today, Jasper? You new to MySpace. How many times are we gonna say that on accident? Are you new to LiveSpace? I'm showing my age because only people my age had actual MySpace accounts. Actually, I think, is MySpace still a thing? Get the branding right. Listen. I'm an old lady. Haha, y'all can't nerf me here. I like this color a lot because I love yellows and oranges, and this is like smack dab right in the middle of those two colors. But I think this, it's, even though it's got a bit of a cream sort of a color to it, is a better choice for these. Test, says Danielle. Did you update your profile picture? I don't see it yet, but that could also, I might have to refresh the page. Who's talking in my chat? On Twitch. Get wrecked, Zunder. I think probably the mix it up overlay wasn't working. Hold on. Why did I fix it? Why did I just go ahead and fix it? Oh no. There we go. This music makes me think like, did you know at Lyndale Mall we have everything you could hope for in your one-stop shopping destination? Music, movies, even pizza. I can't help myself. All I can think about right now. Because I'm a glutton for punishment. You typed a whole story and it didn't send. Character limit, maybe, Jasper? Anyways, yes, new on the platform. There's probably a word. Yeah, I bet you it's a character limit. Yeah, I see your profile picture now, Danielle. Yes, baby. What was that? Mysterious. Did anybody take the puppy out yet? Did you? Really, you did? Yeah, tell him he needs to give you a turn. You know, remind him that I can just take that away anytime. They have my laptop and they're playing Team Fortress 2 because they're weird and they like this game and it's fine. I mean, I'm happy they've found a game they both like, frankly. Usually it's like, this game is stupid, why are you playing it? I want the PS5 so I can play this other game. And like, eventually, you know, hopefully they'll have their own Steam accounts and they can play. What I'd like to be able to do is build a PC just for them. Not have them using my expensive content creation laptop. It's a great face. A nice face. So Jasper, do you create content anywhere else besides LiveSpace? I started out 5 years ago on Twitch, and I started doing gaming. Very quickly realized that was a pretty saturated area of the platform, but found IRL and creative streams, and I've always been a artist, maker, performer, and said, well, okay, if there are people out there willing to watch while somebody makes something, I'm happy to broadcast that kind of thing. And started doing crochet and other crafty stuff on stream. And definitely gained much more of a stable following that way. And really enjoyed myself sharing my creative talents. And over time that grew, and I have 3 kids, 2 cats, 2 dogs, and live in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm a Twitch partner, which is wild when you think about it, that somebody could get partnered crocheting, but I have a pretty awesome supportive group over there, and many of the people who are in chat now are followers and or subscribers on Twitch. We've had a couple of people decide to take the leap and support over here, which is awesome. The main benefit being, for sure, that it's $85.15 if people choose to subscribe here. Let us know, though, if you create content here. We'll happily come throw you a follow. We have a charity fundraiser. I'm making items for charity drive we're doing for Starlight Children's Foundation, hence the stars, starting the 23rd. I'm a Starlight ambassador, and I love working with them. They bring gaming, VR, hospital gowns, art supplies, books, school supplies, all kinds of awesome stuff. They even fund renovations of existing facilities for children's hospitals. Something is not right. We do not have enough stitches. I must have skipped a step somewhere. You are a Twitch streamer, but yeah, whatever. What's your Twitch? When we're on Twitch and people rate us and stuff, we're like, where else do we find you? Do you have a link tree? Would you like to post an Instagram? Are you creating content on YouTube? Are you an artist or an artisan, a maker or a crafter? Where do you sell your wares? What's your shop link? Oh, you're doing charity? Where's your charity campaign link? We always want to support people no matter where it is that they're choosing to do their stuff. So if you are not feeling too shy about it, you can drop your Twitch link in the chat. Is it the same over there, or... What is with... Okay, there we go. Don't worry about that, Zendy. The fact that you're in here is totally enough. I appreciate you. If I could figure out how to gift a sub, Zendy, I would have probably done it just now. To my own channel. It doesn't show me that option. Oh, you do DJ streams. Very cool. My friend Blacklight, who's a DJ streamer, who's also a Starlight ambassador, rated us the other night. Almost gave me a heart attack, rated me with like 150 people. I'm like, what are you doing bringing your like dance DJ crowd people over here to my boring ass crochet stream? But it's fine. I was very appreciative. I was just like, they're all gonna fall asleep in here. Oh, was that the idea? Are they all riled up and you're trying to give them somewhere to wind down? Why are you typing in Twitch chat? Lamau. Did you get mixed up? Thank you for following on Twitch, Jasper. I appreciate that. So... Oh, you were typing exclamation point Zunder, which doesn't work because GIFBot is borked. Unless they've fixed it. According to my Twitch chat, I look like the Dutch version of Jean or Jean Reno? Merca. Get followed on Instagram too, Jasper. Hi, Emerald. I love you. How's it going with the D&D stuff? Thank you for coming in over here on the spaces of live. So, I done messed up. Have you been streaming here as well? Get followed on LiveSpace, Jasper. We need to get more creative people over here, to be honest. And you need to put your LiveSpace on your jasper.stream. I don't think I saw it there. Saturday's session went great, and now you're doing a prep for a third campaign. Very cool. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Wow. Big hype. Well, that's a really, that is an honor. I think so far, you know, they're still working to build the community over here. You should give Zunder a follow. It's all Zunder's fault that I'm here. And we also have made friends with Alley Cat, who is a community manager here, who's doing a lot of stuff to reach out to content creators and help them understand what's going on over here and how to get the most out of the platform. And they have that program for 1,000. Is it still accepting submissions? Are they still accepting submissions for the 1,000 people to receive 100% of their sub revenue? Zunder, I forget what the deadline was for that. Alley Cat is fantastic. She's a good egg. Yeah. And she came over here, had streamed on Twitch quite a bit. Was she partnered on Twitch? So the requirements for that 1,000 creator program for the 100% sub split, like obviously you have to fill out the application. And then beyond that, yes, there are some requirements for like that you stream over here a certain amount, you know, to be expected. But it's not exclusivity. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. And you might be able to answer this question too, Zundi. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot to answer all these questions about LiveSpace. I believe you can multi-stream ? As long as the other platform allows it. She worked for Twitch. A lot of the diversity and charity initiatives happened because of her. Oh, really? Like, are we talking guilds and stuff? I'm a member of the Twitch Women's Guild, and it's been an awesome opportunity, and I love Coco and Chelsea. Coco Confession and Chelsea Bites. And have been rated a bunch of times by other Women's Guild members, and there's the Latin Guild, Women's Guild, and Black Guild. I mean, for what it's worth, I understand that they have a long way to go in regards to some of this stuff, but I think that, you know, they are, even if it is slowly, they are making attempts. There are people, there are community members and staff at Twitch that are working towards, you know, some increased exposure and more opportunities and all that. But, you know, the hate reading is still a thing, and it's just really hard. I understand. I understand the perspective of, hey, we want to give you control over what is allowed and who you welcome into your communities. I feel that. But I think, you know, there comes a point where, especially if it's multiple instances of harassment, that, you know, there needs to be a better way to deal with that. Application is still open for another couple of days. So if you are a streamer and you want to get started over here, don't hesitate, even if you think that you don't meet the requirements. I can tell you from experience on multiple occasions, I landed jobs, I got parts in productions. All kinds of things have come my way that I told that little inner voice that said, you're not good enough or qualified enough or, you know, this, that, the other enough. Don't bother. There's no way they're going to pick you. And just do the thing, because what's the worst they could say? Right? The worst they could say is no. Or maybe you get picked for it and you have an awesome opportunity. So. Yes, this is absolutely true. And thank you for pointing that out, Zundi. Multi-stream from LiveSpace's perspective is allowed. However, Twitch affiliates and partners cannot multi-stream to LiveSpace because it's considered a web-first platform. Just like you can't multi-stream between Twitch and YouTube, you can be live on TikTok or Instagram or I don't know about Facebook, actually. TikTok and Instagram, I'm fairly certain you're... Double check. Never take someone else's word for it. Make sure you read your agreements and that you understand them in and out. Because, you know, it really would stink to be suspended or even, you know, permanently removed from a platform just because you had neglected to read your agreement. And, you know, you might be like, well, I really didn't know. It's like, well, yes, but the information was there. That's the argument they can make, is that they provided you with the terms. That's called terms of service. So it's, you know, they have somewhat loosened some of this. It used to be very restrictive and you couldn't do any kind of multi-streaming if you were monetized. You know, so one avenue is to just not be monetized. However, I think they're talking about how they might still start running ads on non-monetized channels. And it's like, well, then what's the benefit? If, you know, people have to sit through ads and you're not receiving the funds from those ads. 2, 3, even if it is kind of a pittance. 4, 5, 6. We have a few Twitch community members that are from the Netherlands. Alleycat organized the thing at GlitchCon 2020 where Twitch donated $1 million to able gamers. That's awesome. She also pushed heavily for the Twitch native charity tool. Yeah, I think Facebook is considered web first, despite the fact that they are, because they're basically like, now that they're all one company with Meta. Wait a second. Live streaming through them, I think, on Facebook is probably still considered... Wait, what? Something's not right. Okay, there's my chain 1, and I skip the first stitch, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I went 1 too far that direction. 1, yeah, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Something's not quite right there. I need 5 stitches along the side. hard to work into these edges. Now I have one too many. What the heck? And I guess that now, you know, you have to have 3,000. What is it for access to like OBS for TikTok? You have to have 3,000 followers. I don't go live on TikTok very much anymore, or even post videos there all that often. Every once in a while, I'll take something I made on Instagram or you know, whether I posted it first to Instagram or YouTube Shorts or whatever, I'll decide I'm actually going to go over there and post it. I made a couple of videos there actually this past week. So if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, it's tiktok.com/@ninepointfive.crafts. Of course, I'm always, you know, thankful and happy if people come follow on any platform, but it's definitely not my main content creation outlet at the time. And if I try to scroll TikTok, I just feel like I get some stuff that's awesome, and I get a lot of stuff that's definitely not awesome. I also ran into some kind of disturbing, I was like, this is definitely a clearly a child under the age of 13. Because that's the minimum age on, you know, most platforms for even having an account. And don't get me started on how most kids probably aren't really ready to start creating content. Certainly not unsupervised at that age. And if you have children, I would highly recommend that you are present and moderating and paying attention to what's being posted and what's being said in their channels. You know, not like as a way to spy, but because they are young and impressionable and vulnerable, and you would hate for it to turn out that somebody was abusing that situation. So I reported one account because not only was the child clearly under 13, but there was the child was creating suggestive content. Nope, I did it again. Somehow I have an extra stitch. And it could be, you know, that the parents have zero idea that this is happening, but that's kind of the issue. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, this is going to attract very not good people. We don't need that in your life, young person. Okay, so that's one side. We do need to cut that one, and then we do another one. Everybody, if you're not already following Puffles, hi, the Ether Knight. Hello, how are you, friend? Oh no, I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry to hear that. What happened? If you don't mind explaining. If you don't feel like getting into it, that's fine. Dope. Oh no. Oh man, I am so sorry. Right, it's supposed to like help you and it did not do that. I am so sorry. Well, is it something that's going to just resolve itself? You just have to wait. I heard a noise upstairs. I might have to go. Yeah, I need to go investigate. Because it sounds like it could be the start of a fight between Maggie and Heracles. I'll be right back.
Ooh, piece of candy. 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 Thank you for the sub! Oh, hey, 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 hey. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Eh. Ha. Yeah, hon. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? Is the question. And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. Oh no. I'm not sure if you don't quite realize what you're up against asking me to throw my coffee away. They'll be ripping it from my cold, dead, wrinkled, caffeinated hands. Them. You look really nice tonight. Me. Thank you. Yeah. There's a kid screaming in the background. You have no clothes on. No. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just do it!
It's so. You can play at this game. Nope, 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 nope. All right, Linus. I'll see your eyebrows and I'll raise you a nostril flare. Escalated quickly. Look at all those units, Ramona. So many units. Every one of you is a unit. Okay. Start battle.
Mommy, you're a unit.
Please clip that. Please clip that.
Mommy, you're a unit.
Not so loud. Oh,
What's going on?
are gonna get me to be quiet by saying shh in my chat. Yes, all the lulz.
Hello, welcome to 9.5 Kitchen, where we're going to be making the most basic ass Midwestern chili you've ever seen.
Ooh. I have it on backwards! I have it on backwards!
Yes.
That's right, get wrecked, Cancer!
Wait. Oh my gosh, okay.
Clip this.
Buttsbot is not explainable. Your wife loves fart humor too, so you're used to it. This is for your wife. That was perfect. That was perfect. Right at the end. Next order of business.
Home from work and ready to stab some duders! Yeah, teal appeal! Oh! Get hyped to stab some duders. Yeah! Yes! No.
Okay, bye, 9.
Tuna! What? Like you wouldn't do the same thing, Tuna! Okay?
He's resin.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Help me! Ugh. Tell me you wouldn't do the same thing. There's a rift to go. Hell yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on, White Wolf. Come on, White Wolf. Come on. Come on, White Wolf. Come on. Come here, little White Wolf. Come here, White Wolf. I got a treat. Yes. Yes. Okay. And I'm about to not be so supportive of this. That's right. Oh! Whoa, did you see that? That was cool. No. Nobody expects the land boat. Chaos.
I am 9.5 and I'm called that because I'm that close to perfect. I'm tying knots without looking. What? That's what everyone thinks. It's actually because I'm missing half a digit.
Hello, welcome to 9.5 Kitchen, where we're going to be making the most basic ass Midwestern chili you've ever seen.
Hi, welcome to my channel.
Mom, can you touch
I'm sorry, I'm woefully, no, I haven't, woefully undereducated. Oh my God, she just smeared her hand that has like pumpkin pie filling all over my face. You're a mess. I break your stream. She says, I break your stream. It's you, you're a witch, dude. Fully chaotic evil.
All right. Lego explosion. Nothing unusual. Everything is fine. This is fine. Not distracting at all. All right, you ready? Maybe we don't need this to be such a large piece of tape.
Look at all those units, Ramona. So many units. Every one of you is a unit.
unit?
Not so loud.
Oh my God. Don't just stand there. Is there a towel? Didn't I bring... Please.
This is what a normal piece of pizza is supposed to look like. Look at that abomination. Actually not.
Get out of the way!
Actually not an abomination.
They're trying to watch me suffer! You have no clothes on. No.
Someone's gonna leave some really big balls on my front porch, and I don't want anyone running away with those balls. They're my balls. Hands off. Hands off my...
It would help if I unmuted myself. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Zundi. Zundi out here looking out. Are you guys following Zundi here and on Twitch? Oh wait. See, I almost did it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I watched Beetlejuice yesterday. And then I started watching Coneheads, but then I realized I needed to like finish making dinner. I've actually never seen the Coneheads movie. No. We're gonna hop on over to Twitch in a little bit here, so if any of you are not already following on Twitch, it's the same username over there, just twitch.tv/9.5. Dope. All right, and here's where we start joining them. I don't think it really matters as long as you're matching up your points, but I find it, for some reason or another, nice to start where to match up the where I ended on the previous one. No. There we go. So, exact same pattern. And I've showed examples of this in the past, but just commenting. Exact same design. Exact same stitch counts, etc. So just using the same exact instructions, but with different hook and yarn. In this case, smaller. Smaller hook and thinner yarn. And you get something this big instead of that big. No worries, Puffles. Puffles is firing up the old birthday stream. And I'm just gonna get these out of the way by stuffing them inside. Always nice when you can hide tails just by tucking them inside the piece. All right, so we leave some space to put stuff in. Once I finish this star, we'll head over to Twitch. See, I feel as though these sort of do have a front and a back. And I did the embroidery on this one on what I would consider the back, which is fine. It's probably most other people are not going to notice that. I feel like this should be the front. It still looks cute. I'm not unhappy with it or going to redo it or anything like that. I just realized the other day when I was making them, this sort of ends up being the back and this the front. Because I like how it has like this kind of defined sort of border to it. Excuse me, sniffling. Which has become even more obvious. The reason I mentioned it was looking at this star with the acrylic yarn. And you could probably do this with blanket yarn. I used velour yarn with this. It's the Hobby Honey Bunny, or their baby snuggle would work. Oh, this is spam. Your package has arrived at the warehouse, but cannot be delivered due to incomplete address information. And then I'm sure they start asking you for a bunch of other info too. And it's from like a crazy phone number. My husband sent me this. He's like, we need this for the orchids. If you know, you know. That's funny and sad all at the same time. You know what these would be good for? This pattern would be good for is if you were making that movie freaked me out when I was a kid. I'm like 5 years old, however old I was when I first saw it. I can't deal with the concept of existential dread sapping humanity's motivation to keep itself going. Help. I'm 5. I don't know how old I was when I saw it. Somewhere around that age. It's a good movie, and I've never actually read, because, like, isn't it also a book? Like, I think it started as a book. If you've never watched The Neverending Story, I kind of gave Amish a hard time because I think he's never seen it. Not like, what's wrong with you or anything like that. Some people's parents didn't let them watch a lot of TV or movies when they were kids, and, you know, there's argument to be made that that's not a bad thing, but, you know, it's hard because I know that sometimes if you grew up in that kind of household, it feels as though people are, like, kind of picking on you for something that you had zero control over as a child. So I try not to, you know, hammer too hard on stuff like that, but I was surprised. Sure. I guess I'm commenting that if it is a book, I have not read it, and maybe I should. I've never read The Last Unicorn either, and that was also made into a very many of us born in the late 70s and early 80s, maybe even into like the mid 80s, grew up watching those films, and they're from book source material, so funny how, you know, that happens sometimes where you end up knowing a story quite well, but only the cinematic version. I read all the Chronicle of Narnia books when I was a kid. I read all the Wizard of Oz books. Literally every single Wizard of Oz book. And there's actually quite a few of them if you didn't know that. The original one is the one, you know, that was the movie was based on, but he wrote, I think, around a dozen books in the series, and there might be an extra one that was like either completely written by a child of his or was a child like helped finish one that had been in progress perhaps at the time of his death, kind of a la several writers have had children that have continued with their, what's the word for that? I guess universe would be a word. Like, I'm pretty sure, hasn't Frank Herbert's child written some Dune books, and who else? J.R.R. Tolkien's one of his children. All right. Well, I finished this star. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a face on this one, or I might not put this type of face on it. I could do the same. Make it kind of a Mario star. I'm going to end stream here and go live on Twitch. We'll have pre-rolls on Twitch since ads are a thing over there. So I will be live on the screen in about, I don't know, around 10 minutes. I got to go check on the pizza I put in the oven too upstairs for the boys for lunch. It's already 1:18. But thank you guys for hanging out with me here today. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you came and you hung out here on LiveSpace, which is still growing. And if you are interested in more information on creating content here, please give this individual a follow. I gotta make sure I'm spelling it right. Ah. How many people spell Alley Cat's name with 2 Y's instead of 2 K's? Click that link and follow Alley Cat, who we were talking about earlier. Please make sure you follow Zundi, who's been super helpful to us and others in finding out about LiveSpace and you know, new features and kind of just helping be a good ambassador of the platform. Not to mention being in here today. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna head over there. Hope they get the ability to color your name in chat. Like, you mean for your username to have a specific color? They have a Discord, KitKat. If you're interested in joining it, I can send you an invite to the LiveSpace Discord, because that would probably be the best way to make suggestions like that. Absolutely, Jasper. Thank you for joining us today over here. That's the most efficient way to make suggestions. And so they did introduce dark mode, which is awesome. I'm using dark mode now. And apparently gifting subs is a thing. I can't see it. They don't show me the button for gifting a sub. Which is what it is. I can click on your names. Aw, look at you, Zundi. Like, I can click on your names, but then that just takes me to your profile. There's no, like, gift a sub to this user. I think that will probably be something that will eventually happen, but, like, when I'm in my dashboard right now, all I see is the stream preview. I see a button that says end. Oh, and thank you for following Jasper and KitKat. There's no alerts over here, so I appreciate that. That's something I'm gonna have to remind myself to check every so often up in the top until they integrate stream elements. As Zundi said, stream elements will be the first kind of big one. Their API isn't available to people yet. But yeah, that'll be a thing too. Again, what the heck, KitKat? Well, it works, everybody, and that's really smart. Okay, so when subscriptions happen, it turns everything bright pink, which is smart. That's definitely going to get my attention. And it also pops into the chat, which is great. Aw, yay. Maybe we need to put chat on the page. Copy. One thing before we go, I'm going to try real quickly here is to do a browser source. LiveSpace chat. Okay. Oh, it wants me to sign in. Okay, well, I'll try to figure out how to get LiveSpace chat on the screen, even if it's just let's see. Here, I'm going to remove this source real quick so it's not just hanging out in here for no reason. Yes. Again, here's where we're headed. Okay. Oh, Oh, and you just subscribed. Kit Kat, thank you. You really did not need to do that over here. You've done so much for us already. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you, friend. I appreciate your support, and I'm just grateful for your presence here in the channel or any place that we're creating content. So we're gonna shut her down. I hear my alarm for the pizza. I'm gonna take that out. We're gonna stream directly after this on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you over there.